And we are back another week on Chris Sees the Internet. Welcome to Platform Collection's YouTube. My name is KILLcRey. I'm joined by my always the mostest co-hostess. I don't know. OG Hip Hop Eddie's in the house, man.
What up, man?
You know how we do every Sunday right here on Platform Collection YouTube. We throw this show. We throw it like an old school underground indie alley show. We throw it.
I was thinking like baseball or something.
Right here.
Okay.
On the internet. We're like the alley of the internet almost, kind of. At the very least, the street corner of the internet.
And we're near an alley, so kind of validates that.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what we are. But if this is your first time tuning in, you are in luck. We do some in-depth interviews with some really creative people. If you're in a creative space, working or thinking, this is a good show for you. We talk a lot about creativity and the use of the internet. And all these artists that come on the show are on the internet. They're currently occupying space on the internet. And we see them. So we want to bring them through. Today is a special one.
Yes, it is, man.
We have a conversation with my homie Gadzooks coming up at 7:30. He's a photographer, multi-talented MC, musician, filmmaker.
Yeah.
He does a little bit of it all. He's one of those Renaissance dudes. You know what I mean?
From what I can see on the internet, man, he's a pretty good cook too, man.
And he cooks, and he's a dad.
Yeah.
You know. So we're going to talk to him, and he's one of the more creative people that we've met along our paths in this
journey, man.
In this journey of independent music and hip hop for us, anyways. But you don't necessarily have to be just into hip hop to listen to this show, because we delve into it all. Shout out to all my creatives tuned in, and man, a big shout out to Santa Ana and the people who came out to our show this past weekend. It was amazing. The Tumex early birthday party show.
It was cracking, man.
It was cracking.
Yeah.
I got to rock the stage with none other than Gene Flo from Beat Block TV right here on Platform Collection. You can catch that every other Monday. But we performed as the Invisible Ponchos. It was really, really dope. Cool crowd, cool atmosphere, cool people in the house. And Tumex was really happy, man. He was really, really happy. You could see it.
Yeah,
he was feeling the love.
I just sent him another thank you message, man, because I was like, man, we had an awesome time, man. Thank you.
It was cool, right? And I thought the audience and everybody really came with like good spirits, and people really wanted to party. And man, it was just good hip hop though.
Yeah,
from start to finish. My God, the openers killed it. The headliner, of course, Tumex killed it. Exit Stereo, Radio Inactive, Filiano. It was awesome.
All fire, man.
It was really, really awesome.
Great lineup.
A lot of special guests. I got to see Acid Rain. I'd never seen Acid Rain live. If you don't know about Acid Rain, look them up. OG's in the game. But they came out. They rocked it. I got to hear, not only did I get to hear this song, but I also gave love to one of the guys who made it. A song that inspired me very early on in my musical career was a song called Green Grass. And this was before I even knew Tumex, but him and Life Rexall as Smarter. That was the name of their group, Smarter. A play off the word martyr. And they performed it. And so it was really like cool to be inspired by that at one time, not knowing either one of them, and then to watch them perform that from the stage, standing on stage, watching them perform that. Yeah, it was super dope. And then I got to tell Life Rexall. I told him I made a point. I want to give people their flowers, you know what I mean, while they're here. So I made a point to pull him aside and let him know how much that song meant to me and how much it meant to watch him do it. And I told him, I know you've heard this thousands of times, but here's another one. Add this one to your bucket as well.
Yeah, I think he said it was like 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah.
They did that one.
Yep.
So what a journey from those years to being in front of him, to sharing a stage with him.
Man.
I mean, wow. What I mean,
It was it was really, really dope. And I thought it was cool that people really showed up for Tumex. So if you missed it, man, oh man, I feel bad for you.
And
but
there's some videos out there.
But there'll be some videos, and maybe we'll be in a city near you soon. I know we're talking about hitting the road very soon. We booked a couple shows already within the last 24 hours. So we got a San Diego date coming up. We also have a San Bernardino date. Yeah, San Bernardino date coming up. So follow myself, KILLcRey, on Instagram, or just follow PlatformCollection, and you can keep up with those show dates coming up soon. So you can catch the ponchos in a city near you.
The invisible ones.
Man,
how's your week, man?
It's been all right, man.
Yeah.
It's been, obviously. The week has not even started, really.
That's true, man.
I'm still recovering. I slept all yesterday, pretty much, after the show.
Oh, I did a lot of sleeping. Yep.
I slept. That's usually how I am. I usually have to sleep after the show because I want to keep my I don't want to after my show I usually have a serotonin dump, and then I'll get depressed. Because everything, because we're on a stage with filling all this energy with all these people, and then you just come home and none of those people are there, and you know what I mean. There's nothing, and so you can, if you're not careful and you don't pay attention to it, you can easily slip into a depressive state. So all I've been doing is chilling, meditating, trying to keep positive, because I know it always comes. So
I think this time around with that is there's a lot more things going on.
Right. It's not like I have to wait that long for another show.
Yeah, there's so many things that are moving now. Different, pieces are coming together. So I think it won't be no time for that. We just gotta move it on. Yeah,
and it comes with practice. You know what I mean? I'm definitely practicing it more. Had a good meditation session today, and
at the show, man, you look very relaxed, very just free when you're performing out there. You and Gene, but it was, even Parker out there was.
Yeah, we got joined by Parker Edison, which was really, really, really dope. Parker Edison came and rocked Claustrophobic, a song that I have. He rocked the remix with me. And then gelroc from The Cloaks, who's on the show today, came out as our special surprise guest on a song called Homies. And he killed it.
Yeah, man.
So again, that's another one. That was another one off my bucket list. I wanted to share the stage with gelroc. Always been a fan of The Cloaks and what he does as a solo artist. And I got to share the stage with him, so that was really, really dope. So it's all wins. It's all wins. Like I said, right now, though, the name of the game is just to keep staying positive, because, you know what I'm saying? That's a peak, and then valleys happen, peaks and valleys. That's life. That's what life is. So I'm trying to take them all in stride and have no problems with any of them. You know what I mean? With any of those vibes.
Right. Definitely, man.
But I have been working out, though. That's good. Shoot. I'm down almost to my. So I started. If people who watch, of course, you guys might remember some of the past episodes, or when we were doing a weight loss challenge. I started somewhere off at 240 when I started that journey.
Oh man!
Today I weighed in at 190. So and my goal weight is 185. So I'm trying to
5 pounds, man.
5 more pounds, bro.
You got it, man. Before the month's over,
dude. I'll tell you this though. I was stuck at 200 for 2 months. It just nothing would budge. I would eat a little bit and it wouldn't budge. I would eat a lot and it wouldn't budge. It just wouldn't budge.
What do you think? Is it? What have you been doing different?
You know what? This is honestly what I feel like. What happened? I just feel like my stomach's gotten smaller, so I'll just eat
less.
No, not less.
More times.
I'll eat. Yeah, I'll eat one time a day. I'm getting used to just eating one meal a day, and then I'm just not hungry. And then I have been practicing fasting though. Like I try to go 16 hours between meals sometimes. And that works. I'll tell you what, like that fasting works. You don't lose your energy. I suggest it. If anybody's having problems, I don't know, health wise or whatever, fasting is a good way to do it, man. Sometimes you got to just not eat anything.
Do you get any headaches?
No, because I'm hydrating. Okay. I'm drinking water. I mean, I'm sure if you've never done it and you just start doing it, you're probably going to get some headaches. I would imagine. Because you're probably like, say you become sugar deficient or you're eating less sugar than you would normally eat. Yeah. You could probably get headaches because that's what sugar does to you, because it's a nasty, nasty drug that makes you get headaches if you stop eating it. But yeah, like stuff like that. But yeah, dude. And then the other big happening is I don't know, man. Something clicked in my head the other day. And I've never felt like this before, but I feel like it could actually be a possibility that I can go vegetarian.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, I didn't really know if I had that in me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
when we were on Friday in Santa Ana, you ordered just the brown rice and the vegetables without the chicken, or the steak. I was like, it's arriving.
That made you know that I wasn't playing.
Yeah, it's there, man. It's there.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. And I can tell you this, I am not, that's just not my personality at all. Like I'm not I guess what somebody would call I guess I'm just stereotyping, but I'm a meat eater, man. I love meat.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the road many, many years with you, and this is...
How many carnita burritos have I smashed in front of you, bro? Like it's nothing.
Even burgers.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love it. But something clicked with me. And so this is what I think it is. So if you guys are like, what the fuck is he talking? Where's he going with? This is what I think it is. I think microdosing. I've been microdosing mushrooms, and I feel like this is what it does for me. Like it kind of lubricates the idea, like those ideas of like when you can't break through like a mental block. Like say you have a habit and you're trying to kick a habit. I think what microdosing does is it feels, because that's what it feels like for me. Like when I would think of in the past of like, oh man, I want to give up meat, it would almost be like a painful feeling in my stomach. Like, oh, like, you know, I mean, it's
like, how dare you talk to yourself that way?
Very, very, very much like guilt, kind of almost like of giving it up. Like not even like guilt of eating it, like guilt of giving it up. And I think it's normal. I think a lot of people feel that feeling. Like if you don't jog right now, if you're listening to this, think about starting to jog tomorrow. You know, that immediate feeling you get of like, ugh. Yeah. That's how I would feel when I would think about giving up meat. And now that feeling is just gone. And I can't credit that to anything. It wasn't like I saw like a special of, you know, them killing cows or anything. I've seen those. It apparently wasn't enough to make me stop. And I feel very bad about that. But I feel like something has definitely clicked. And now when I think about it, I'm like, I think I could probably do without it. I could do without it. Logically, I know that the meat, the chicken, the things we eat, they're literally just the carrier of the nutrition that we're getting from the stuff that they eat. Mm-hmm. We're not getting like that much extra shit from them. And like the idea that we only get our protein from meat, you know, that's already been debunked pretty much. People know that just was started by meat companies. So yeah, I and there's no agenda. I have no agenda. I'm not like, don't kill animals or anything. I'm sensitive to the farming systems. You know, I think that they can be cruel, but I'm sensitive to that. I understand that in some countries there isn't choices like we have here. Right. Like not everybody can just say, I'm gonna go vegetarian if there's, you know, if you don't live in a country where produce and stuff like that is abundant. Right. Or maybe you're just vegetarian because that's all there is to eat. There's, you know.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I'm sensitive to that. So it's definitely not, I'm not going to become a vegetarian and then like join PETA. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
what about eggs? Do you still eat eggs?
I don't know, man. Eggs. Maybe. I might be able to do that, you know? Nah, but you know what? I'll tell you right now, honestly, lately, I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I had an egg.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely been a while. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at. So who knows? A vegetarian KILLcRey might happen. It'll definitely help me on tour. Mm-hmm. Because I could always just get a salad someplace. Eating good on tour is hard. But I mean, we've done it a bunch of times.
As you said, it's possible to eat good.
Yeah, it's totally possible. But I definitely am sympathetic to the idea that that it's hard. It's not easy to find. It's not as easy. Put it that way. Like, I mean, you can find $1 cheeseburger.
Yeah,
almost anywhere. You can find a 50-cent taco. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, all the fast food places, any like vegetarian or vegan stuff is always like a premium. So I'll probably just be eating out of supermarkets, like we already kind of do. I kind of do that when we're on the road, anyways. Yeah, you do that. Mm-hmm. Like that's like one of the first things I do when we're like playing in a different town or whatever. I'll just go to the supermarket and we'll buy what we need to buy. Yes. Because enough nights of that fast food, bro. Whew. It hurts. Yeah. It hurts after a while.
Yeah, it's not good for the stomach.
Yeah. Do you remember eating Tommy's burgers? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that, dude? Tommy's burgers? Yeah. I think every time I went to LA, I would eat a Tommy's burger almost for like maybe a 6-year run.
Yes, man. Yeah, I remember eating those with the fries and then maybe even sometimes maybe 2 burgers.
Oh, I for sure was not eating 1 burger.
And it's like
there is no way that was happening.
I mean, at least mine had tomato and some lettuce on it. But I mean,
yours did? No, they did. Does Tommy Burger? Does it even have lettuce?
I don't know, man.
I'm almost certain that it does not have lettuce.
Then it was probably the other burgers.
I mean, look at that thing.
Oh, it's with those chili cheese almost kind of thing, huh?
Yeah. Oh. And that's how we would get it. I mean, and look at it. I mean, you got to know that it's not that good for you when the picture doesn't even look good. Like, they have a chance to dress this up. And the picture doesn't, like, they're just like, that's the best we could do. Like, get out there under those lights, cheeseburger. But yeah, I would have like 2 of those maybe. And then some chili fries.
Oh, those chili fries, dude.
And this, of course, is, 3 a.m. Yeah. After at least 2,000 calories worth of alcohol. And, whatever mixed in the alcohol.
Yeah, a lot of madness drinking.
Vodka.
Eating.
I remember vodka being isn't the reason we decided to drink that was because it was like the least amount of calories or something like that. It was something like that. I'm pretty sure Arash, the homie Arash, told us that.
Yeah, I mean,
but it didn't matter if you ended the night with that. Like, you know what I mean? Look at that thing.
But I think at that time we had an answer for every kind of bottle or any kind of liquor. Oh, let's drink it because of this.
Oh yeah,
and let's just drink. But it was.
Do they have hot dogs at what is it?
I don't remember hot dogs.
What does a Tommy's burger cost nowadays?
Probably $10 maybe.
Really?
No.
I mean, let's see this. Hold up. I'm gonna look this
Even
up.
Though, dude, Wiener Schnitzel's, remember we used to hit that spot too.
Let me see if there's a menu on this. Oh yeah, here it is right there. Boom.
5 hot dogs.
What is your guess?
I'd say 10, about 10, $9.97.
A burger? Just a burger, like our meal? A meal's probably more than that, huh? Yeah. Wait, you're saying a burger is $10? No way.
Okay, between 8 and 10. 8 and 10.
Okay.
To give it like a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. The chili cheeseburger, double cheeseburger. Where the fucking price is at? Oh, maybe that's how they get down there. Like every place is different.
That's how they get you, man. They're just trying to.
Here's some nutritional information. Maybe we should see this. I love how they make this really small. So let's see. So okay, so I would have 2 classic doubles. That's 330 calories, and that's probably without the chili, I bet. Oh, yeah. It's
telling you with the chili too, right there. Oh, and the combos. What about?
Okay, so a combo. So one combo is 1,300 calories. Mm. So that's probably about as much as you should eat, like someone your size a day, with somewhere around 1,200 calories, probably, right? 1,300 calories. So that's all your food for the day, all your calorie intake for the day, total grams of fat is 73. The calories from fat alone are 650 calories.
Ah, that's rough. Man.
Okay, so check this out. Serving size, right? So like serving size is based on what you should eat. You know that, right? Like, so like if it's a cheeseburger, a portion of that cheeseburger is the amount a body should actually take in. And then and then that will be a serving. So for one double cheeseburger fries combo, the amount of servings in that in grams is 602.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you used to smash these, bro.
I can't
sodium 1,400 calories of sodium.
That's salt, bro.
No price though. That is weird. Maybe I don't know where to find the price of this. I would be interested. Let me see. Tommy's Burger.
We got the Zoom
price. Yeah, and we'll get on that Zoom right now. Hold on. Let me see. Original menus. Nope.
We don't want to deliver.
All right. Well, whatever. We'll figure that out later. Let's get. I got the homie Gadzooks coming up. I'm excited to talk to my G. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah, and I think he has some new music coming out.
He does. He has an amazing band. He's an amazing performer, amazing rapper. Like I said, he's kind of. God damn it! Anybody in the comments? God damn it!
Tell us
how to stop that. We don't have no idea. I have literally zero idea how to stop that. But yeah, we got the homie Gadzooks coming up, and we're just setting the Zoom up for him here.
Yeah, let's get him in. He'll be coming in soon. Yeah, he's supposed to be. I think he's on the road right now. So I'm not sure where state he'll be in, but he's on the road.
Okay, yeah, like touring, right? He just started a tour.
Yep.
So yeah, man, he's gonna come on, promote some music, talk some shop, see what kind of things he's got going on.
We could ask him what he eats on the road, man.
Oh, I feel like the last I saw him, he's like in good shape. I feel like he's a dude who stays in shape.
He does, man.
But we don't know if that's natural. Maybe he's like a workout hog or whatever. Maybe he's never touched a Tommy's Burger. And then that would explain a lot. That would explain the body difference.
Well, I haven't had a Tommy's Burger in a long time in my body.
Yeah, but maybe I feel like they're in there still. You know what I mean? I feel like those Tommy Burgers might still be there.
That's true, man. Sometimes I do have that pain. I'm like, oh, that probably was that Tommy Burger.
Yeah, dude, you got to think that the Tommy's Burger got to stay in there for a minute. Because you know what I would do right after I ate a Tommy's Burger?
Sleep?
Yeah, I'd just go to sleep. And that's all I would have. That's all I would do.
Isn't that like a good thing now? Or?
No, from what I heard, dude, I got to tell you we'll talk about this too, man. But I heard like one beef patty. I was watching this documentary. That's where I got this information. So it might be all bullshit. So don't quote me. But one like beef patty can like slow your heart rate. Like it literally slows your heart rate because it thickens your blood. Like protein definitely thickens your blood, and greasy food for sure thickens and dirties your blood as you eat it. So the worst thing you could do is eat like a Tommy's Burger and fries and drink a Pepsi and then go to sleep. Like you're literally just setting yourself up for a heart attack. You know what I mean?
Man,
yeah, because your body does warm. There's a lot of things that happen to your body when you go to sleep. Like, so it's already working, and then you're making you're making your blood all muddy.
Kind of do it overtime.
Yeah, yeah, you're pushing it for sure. You're definitely pushing it for sure. I got him on the line. Okay, I think we got Gadzooks on the line, but Gadzooks, if you're on the line, we cannot hear you or see you.
Yo.
Oh, we can hear you now, but we cannot see you.
I don't know how to Zoom. Spoiler alert. Let's see. Start video, perhaps?
There you go.
Oh.
There's my face.
There you go. Hey, can you turn it sideways by chance? Is that possible? Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gadzooks is in the house.
What up, bro?
Bro, where are you? Where are you that it is daytime?
I am in Hawaii at the moment. I'm on the Big Island.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Nice. It's good to see your face, by the way. I haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen you. We were just talking about this. How long have we known you now?
Man, I'm so bad at knowing things like that. I couldn't.
It's got to be nearing 10 years, though, right?
At least 10 years.
About 10 years. Yeah.
Wow, 10 years. Man, isn't that crazy? Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I know, man. It flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah. So okay, man, let's get right into this, dude. You are.
Hey, I'm sorry, real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm on my AirPods. If it sounds like shit, I'm happy to take them out. I don't know.
No, you actually sound great. It actually sounds great.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
So you have a music project that you are basically touring for, right? Like you're doing that now, I guess, or you're about to?
At the moment, I'm not. We're still working that out. I'm in Hawaii because my homegirl Leilani Wolfram has a concert this Saturday, so I'm out here doing stuff for that. Yeah, so just a little overlap, But
and then can you talk about the music a little bit? Because I remember you. I mean, you've already put some stuff out recent, like not too long ago, right? You dropped some video stuff.
Yeah, for the band. So I do my own music, and then I also have the band. So I'm always kind of juggling the both of them.
So that is two separate things. You are pursuing two separate things with that. Oh, okay, that's dope.
Fire, man.
Yeah, just keep myself busy.
So what's next for you then? What musically? What is next? Or do you think?
I'm gonna drop my solo project. That's what's on the table at the moment. So I just wanted to get the band's album out, and now we can just promo it and see what will come.
So is this
go back to my own?
Is this solo project done?
It's all recorded. Now it's just mixing and all that. I'd probably add some more songs. You know how it is. Take away some songs, add some songs. But I'm excited, man.
Talk about it, man. When was the last time you put out a solo project under is it under Gadzooks? Is it going to be?
Yes.
Okay. So when was the last time you did that?
That would have been 2012. So
wow.
Probably around the time I met you.
Yeah,
man. But I'm excited.
So wait. Let's stop. Hold on. We need to get to this. So
okay.
What the fuck were you? What was happening? What took you away from putting records out for close to 10 years? Like, I know you have a family. Family's a big part of your life. I know you do other stuff. You're a professional artist. You're a working artist. You do a lot of other things, but that's a long time to be away from that. What took you away?
And I've always been writing, recording in the background, but I just never dropped anything. I've dropped a few things here and there, but if I had to pin it down, it'd be like perfectionism, just general perfectionism. But what's the phrase? Paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
That's the world I live in, But we ain't getting younger, so I think it's time to start putting shit out,
I agree. Was there stress involved in not putting something out?
Oh, absolutely. Probably definitely more stress than I would have experienced had I just dropped the shit. That's the irony of it,
Yeah. So walk me through that. What is that process? And I'm sure we can all relate. And a lot of the people who listen and tune into this show, I'm sure they can relate. We talk about that topic a lot. The overanalysis, the living in your head, the ruminating. How does it manifest in your life? Like, what does it look like?
I get a lot of things about 90% done, and then I just move on. By the time we're at that last 10% push, I'm either sick of it or I just kind of give up on it altogether.
Yeah.
And with the band's album we just put out, it was more that than anything. Like, I definitely am proud of it, and I'm proud of the songs, and I wanted people to hear them. But it was more, I just wanted to prove to myself that, like, we can actually put something out. You know what I mean? Because that all that back end shit is it's a deterrent often. There's a lot of red tape, lots of paperwork.
Yeah.
And that's not the fun part. So a lot of times we'll get everything done, and then it just kind of sits there on a hard drive forever.
Well, what about how does it factor in working with other people, like the band, as opposed to you putting out stuff on your own?
Yeah, I think the band was easier because I had them kind of depending on me. Like, not necessarily, not to say they didn't do anything, obviously, but I just mean I'm the one getting it on the internet, getting everything kind of scheduled and done. And with me, with my solo stuff, it's if I don't do it, I'm the only one hurt by that, So I didn't want to let the boys down, But then having put that out kind of inspired me to now we could do it for me,
Yeah. Yeah. So are you, when you're in that place of like overanalyzing or in your head, are you aware? I mean, because it's not like I've heard you talk about these types of topics. This is obviously something you've dealt with your entire life. But are you aware that you're doing it when you're doing it now?
These days more so. I've definitely been good at the self-awareness and self-reflection and all that, you know. And probably the more I'm aware of it, that's why we're finally starting to put things out, you know. So self-awareness is good. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you ever heard anybody talk about that, but
I mean, age pretty much helped me find that out.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, I think back to when we first met you, and Eddie and I talk about like that around that era a lot, because it seemed like there was definitely magic going on in the streets for sure, because there was a lot of talent, and it seemed like a lot of talent circulating amongst each other, a lot of shared ideas, a lot of shared inspiration, but a lot of wild shit as well. Like a lot of wild shit that in retrospect was probably not the most proactive way of pursuing a career in the entertainment business. But it is this whole business itself is obviously intoxicating. There's a lot of parts about it that are intoxicating. Standing on stage in front of people is intoxicating, and it's healing for people.
Thing. Yeah.
Right. And so it is a weird balance. What have you, do you feel like you're reaching a point of balance, or is it like, where are you from 10 years ago? You know?
I would love to give myself the credit and call it balance, but I don't want to go dark, but I think I've just I've let go. That's the way I'll put it. You know, I'm letting go of a lot, and with that comes the inability to give a fuck what people think about certain things. You know,
so is that where you're overthinking? Did your overthinking kind of live in that area? Is that what it was about? Was it about judgment? Was it about like people looking in?
Certainly a part of it. Yeah, it's never been out of laziness. Like, I'm not a lazy dude. It's just it's confidence, overall confidence, you know?
Wow, dude. You know, I talked to, you're familiar with Chesky Ramos?
I know the name.
Yeah, sure. He goes by Chesky mostly, but amazingly talented artist, dude. A dude I've followed forever, right? Huge fan base, tours, all that stuff. And he told me straight up, he's like, I'm sitting on an album right now that just has a slightly different sound. And he's like, and I've been sitting on it for years because I'm just, what is my audience going to say? And that to me was so crazy to hear that. And I find myself feeling that now too, hearing you say that, because I know how talented you are, bro. Like I'm that part has never been up for question. You know what I mean? Like that part has not been but I mean, you know that too, though. Now, I mean, you have to know that, right?
I do.
And I know that's not always enough. Like I get that. I definitely know you. I feel you on that. That's not always enough. That sometimes it is just self-sabotage and self-harm or whatever it is that we do to ourselves.
I do that in every aspect of my life. So art is definitely not an exception. Why would it be?
Got you. Yeah. What about how does that and I want to talk about the new music too, but I want to kind of delve into this thought process of this, because I think it's important for people to understand. One, I'm super hyped that you're doing, like, you are making music. Yeah, and yes, it's about fucking time, and I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm glad you got yourself to this point. Yep. And I hope that it's the beginning, rather as like an end statement. I hope it's the beginning, because I do feel like, I don't know, man. The longer I've done this, damn, bro. Like, as much as I hated to believe this at the beginning, but timing is fucking everything, bro. You know, when I look at any part of success that I've had at all, like when I look at it in retrospect, I'm just, as much as I'd like to go like, oh, it was just my talent, or it was just this, man, timing is a lot. And I feel like the space that is opening up in the industry, and especially in the music that is around us, artists like yourself, like, I couldn't think of a better time, bro. Like, I couldn't think of a better time for you to be that. You have to know that too, though, because I know you watch it as much as I do.
Yeah, I do feel that way. I definitely feel that way. Yeah. I can't even tell you why necessarily, but I don't know if it's good to know that you feel that way, you know?
Yeah, I absolutely do.
Yeah, there's just something in the air or something.
Yeah, I feel like there's a part of this that, you know, hip hop is it's been forced to grow up a little bit, right? Like we know that there's generational gaps within the art form that we all are attached to, but I think we're also kind of getting over those things now. Because for sure, we talked to a lot of young artists on this show, and we have for years. The sentiment that maybe we all came up with early on isn't as aggressive as it used to be. They don't necessarily care about how old you are, where you're from, what you do. It's just, are you dope? And that's really it. Yes. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, it's kind of the thing that inspired us all. And then, but the older generations, you know, that competitive thing really kicked in a lot, and it ruined a lot of things, you know?
Yeah, it did. It absolutely did. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I think it's a great time for you, bro. I think I'm excited. So talk to me about, or at least right now, I know it's still in the process. What is conceptually like, where are you at with what you're going to put out? What are you talking about? What do you feel like is on your mind?
No one knows this, but my solo project is called Manic, and it's kind of a concept album, and it's just going through the ups, the downs, you know what I mean? The process of both, the aftermath of both, everything that leads up to both, you know?
Yeah.
And it's very, to the point where I might not put out some of my favorite songs on it because they're very personal and they could potentially affect other people, you know? So I have to see where I'm at in my head with that. The irony being, if I release it when I'm super manic, I'll just say, fuck it, put it out, you know? Which probably isn't the move if I want to maintain relationships and not hurt people, but we'll see, you know? We'll see. But yeah, it's definitely my most personal work I've ever done. And honestly, my favorite work I've ever done.
So that's so awesome, man.
You got to get it out, man. You got to get it out.
Has to come out, bro. Like there is no choice.
Oh, it's coming out. Yeah. Like I can't die until I put it out, you know?
Okay, cool. Sonically, where is it? Like, what are you playing with?
It's very, I would say, I'm so bad at that. It's not sad music at all. It's kind of like Mac Miller-y as far as the production goes, as far as the production. And then certain people have said like atmosphere-y.
Gotcha.
You know, the whole downstairs vibe. So it's kind of a mesh the two, you know?
Right.
But
it's like I like that. Yeah, there's like an indie sound to both of those artists that there's like a distinct indie hip hop sound to that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
and
dope.
Big influences always have been, you know.
That's dope. That's really
it's
dope.
Cool because the longer you make music, you realize you kind of have to spend 10 years imitating your favorite artists, and then one day you're like, "Oh shit, is this what I sound like?" You know what I mean? Like, I think I finally have a style now.
That's dope.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I agree. I think there's something special about that when you're in that place of like. I told Eddie that too, like at the beginning of the year, I was like, I finally feel like just okay being who I am. Sure. And I feel like there's finally a place for it to fit. And I feel that same thing about you. I feel like there is a place for it. And I think there's a need for it too. I feel like that because I do think, the industry tends to, which I think, I mean, there's so many layers to it, but I mean, it's racial. There's a lot of things in the industry. There's a reason why they push kids in front of you all the time. There's a reason why they catch us at our worst times in our lives when we're not developed and we don't have wisdom. We don't have those things. And that shit's got to go away because it is low key racist. Let's be honest. They do want to keep poor people. If the poorest people who had the most wisdom were talking, they probably could solve being poor. But that's not what is happening. It's the youngest people who don't have any experience, and we're pushing them to the front, and we're making those voices the loudest. And you are a person who does have experience. You are a person who has a story. There's layers to you. And I think hip hop is finally in a place where we want to know that story. We don't want to know. We don't want to just stop the book when you're 19 and it's old. Like, we don't want to stop that book. In fact, I would argue that we can't, as a society, do that if we expect to move forward. We need to. I need to hear what the creative mind is thinking. At 60 years old, I still need to know what that is. And if somebody's figured it out. And I just feel like that's kind of where we're at musically, and you fit perfect in that, bro.
Well, thank you, man. I'm hoping so. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm confident. I'm the most confident I've ever been. You know, and it's not shallow confidence either. I'm pretty sure this is where I should have been the whole time. You know, as far as production goes, output. So
I love it, dude. Talk to me a little bit about, because you've had a really interesting creative journey. For people who don't know, he's also an accomplished photographer. You've been your camera has taken you to a lot of places. Yeah. I know you've had to have learned some stuff through those journeys. You have some really amazing, bro, it's dope that I can just scroll randomly and occasionally just someone has posted your photo from somewhere and it's some celebrity that, that you photog, and there's like some fun. You have a really dope, I think it Andre?
Yeah.
And Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin.
Yeah, dude, that is one of my favorite pictures, like period. Like not just like from you. Like it's one of my favorite pictures. And I see it everywhere. I see it everywhere. But dude, yeah, what have you kind of learned along that journey?
That's a loaded one. The funny thing is, I've learned mostly that I don't like photography as much as I thought I did. But that's if we're being real, nowadays I do it. I really only do it for money, which is sad because I started doing it because it was fun. But I'll really it's just a bill payer at this point. I'm not going to turn down going and hanging out with the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Rick Rubin's studio. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Right. I will never turn that down. But other than that, I've just been in music mode and podcast mode, and just those are the things that like make me happy. Photography what started as a hobby, and it still is a hobby in my head, so it's once it turned into a job, it got entirely less fun.
Wow. Yeah. But do you use it for yourself at all?
I'm blessed. What do you mean?
Like photography, does it work into your own art that you put out at all? Like, does that ever work into it?
I not really, other than shooting headshots or covers or whatever. I haven't really done that much. And I just want to clarify, I don't want to be the guy who is a celebrity photographer who's complaining. It's not a complaint at all. You know what I mean?
No, it's definitely not coming off like that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Because I feel like, I know for me, just having other art forms that I can be good at definitely helps me during my low points musically. Yes. So I always like, because it seemed like years ago there was always like this kind of like cringe that would happen when you would say like, I do this and this, right? Like there would be this, at least that's when I was coming up, it wasn't like something that was welcomed. I mean, the whole story of Kanye is that, right? Like they wanted it to just be one thing, like that it is. Yeah. And now it's so common, right? It's so common, but those early years of struggling through that, I can definitely say like my camera saved me a few times, where it kept me from going too low. So I always like appreciate when somebody else has something that they can pour into, Yeah,
that's a really good point. One I probably haven't considered, that's a great point. Just the way you said that was good. It saved you in your low points,
Yeah, because I got to imagine you've seen those. Yeah, you've seen those photos. I know it does. I know there is a similar part of the brain that it's touching, like just like when you complete a song or it's all the same. So it helps.
Yeah, it definitely has its moments. If I'm not practicing gratitude or however the term goes, then I can catch myself being like, these people all know me for, these photos, like, but they don't realize like I make really good music too. You know what I mean? But that's a shitty way to look at anything.
Yeah.
But it happens
I agree.
Occasionally. Yeah. So just got to be grateful for everything,
So talk about the podcast for people who don't know. My dude does an amazing podcast as well. How long you been podcasting now?
Off and on. It's kind of like the music thing. I started a couple years ago, but then I, take breaks here and there. And honestly, I used to be hard on myself for that, but sometimes the world don't need to hear what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? So
got you. Yeah, I respect that.
In the moments I take a break, I probably need a break.
Yeah.
But the podcast is called On the Way Down. You and I are like the same guy, dude. I just kind of put that together because we both do photos, we both make music, we both podcast.
I relate to you. Yeah. I relate to you greatly.
Likewise.
A lot, even when it's from afar. You're not a person. I can say that. I can say this 100% honesty. Like, you are not a person whose name has like left our minds for very long throughout the 10 years. Like it's always kind of come up, or people, it's just you come up in conversation. So it's and I do think it is because there are a lot of things that probably good and bad that we can relate to. But yeah, I think it kind of comes with the type of mind you have, bro. Like, I was talking about you before we came on the air. And I know that having a mind that is constantly active and you constantly searching to fill that space, right? So that it doesn't kill you. Can become a full-time job. And I think you can see and hear that even with your photos. I think about it now as I'm picturing them in my head. You can see all that. You know what I mean? Like it is in there. And for somebody, I've taken a lot of time analyzing art. Like I've been doing that almost this whole ride, right? Like that's what I've done forever. And I can see those things like really clearly in what everything you put out. I can see that even in your podcasts, and I can hear it in your podcast snippets. I can hear the things that you choose to talk about. It's in there, and there's an underlying angst that is connected to trying to figure that shit out, right?
Angst is the perfect word. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So, how does the podcast play into your life? Like, why do the podcast? Why did you start?
Every time I'm a fan of something, it takes me about a week until I like want to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Like if I was a huge movie fan, I would definitely be an actor. You know what I mean? I would at least, attempt to be an actor. But I don't know, man, like the rest of the world, I just fell in love with podcasts, Rogan and all that. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I know cool people. I want to talk to cool people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I enjoy it, but the funnest ones are just the solo episodes for me personally,
Yeah.
And some people only like the ones with guests. Some people only like the solo ones, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Some people don't like any of it. So if you like one of them, that's better than not liking it all.
Why do you like the is it therapy for you?
It's just I just have a lot of fun. I've always been a big fan of just talking shit. You know what I mean? And I'm a closeted stand-up comedian, so it kind of gives me that platform to get my jokes off. You know what I
mean? Right.
Yeah, but I like just picking a topic and just kind of going on it.
Yeah, man. So, and if people want to, if people want to follow, they can just go to your Instagram, right?
Yeah,
Gadzooks. Yep. So that spell that out for them for Instagram.
It's GVDZOOKS. Same handle on Twitter and all that. And then the podcast is also on there. But you know how it is. In the link tree, you can find my whole life.
Yep. Yep. And he also has an Instagram for the podcast. That's OTWD podcast. On the Way Down podcast. And you can check that out.
If I can plug the band. The band's Instagram is at Mr. Hoover Band, MR Hoover Band.
Yes, Mr. Hoover Band on Instagram. Band.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, we just dropped the album Garage Hop, and it's everywhere. So.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing it right there too. For people who want to see those pictures that I was referring to, some of my favorite pictures, the Broken Record Pod. You can go there and check them out. They're up. In fact, I think if you just Google Andre, that's one of the pictures that comes up like at the top. So
which blows my mind every time.
That's crazy, right? That's so dope, though.
It's crazy. It's super crazy. And shout out to people like Rolling Stone or Complex or whatever will post it, and then random people I don't know, they'll tag me and like with the camera emoji, like to give me photo credit.
That's fire.
If you do that, I fuck with you. You know?
Yeah. And by the way, anybody, especially because artists listen to this, by the way, that is etiquette. So for people 100%. Who don't know, please do that. Don't think that photo, like that, the person who took that photo, like it doesn't mean anything to them. You'd be incorrect. Yeah, exactly, please tag them.
It means an incredible amount. It makes my day, you know?
Absolutely,
so I'm very easy. I'm impossible to please, but I'm also very easy to please. You tag me in some shit, I love you, you know?
And bro, it only took about 10 years for us to link back up. I think that should not happen again. We should, you should be right back on this show as soon as you drop this record for sure. I think that needs to happen. And and feel free to stop by anytime, man. You know how it is.
Bro. I do, man. Thank you guys. You guys have always been so supportive over the last 10 years. You guys have always been supportive, and I appreciate you. You guys are my homies. For real.
That's what's up, brother. Much love, and I'm looking forward to it. Please keep us posted with the releases and come back soon.
Take care, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you guys for having me, for real.
There you go, Gadzooks, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, man.
What can we say about him? I had to say that, right? I have to say, what can we say? Because that's the tradition.
The thing to say, yeah.
Yes. But what can I say about somebody who is, he's just one of those dudes I'm rooting for.
Right.
Does that make sense, right?
It does. I wish he would root more for himself.
Yes.
But other than
it seems like he's working on that, though.
Yeah. And I think that's just, for me, seeing so many artists throughout these years, like he's recognizing it is the beauty of it.
Yes.
Then it allows you to then blossom to whatever you want to do.
Ooh, Eddie dropping science on him today.
That's a dope one, man.
Right. It always kind of does come with that recognition of his talent, because he's always been talented. And like I said, I always find it so crazy when like our talented friends are like, man, I don't know if I should put my talents out.
Do it. Put him out.
Yeah.
Even though you might think someone might get offended by it.
Yeah, those songs, I definitely think he needs to get them out.
Yeah, you got to just get them out.
They want to come out.
It'll make you feel better.
Right. The art wants to come out. If you make art, it wants to come out.
Don't hide it.
Yeah.
And the audience wants to know.
Shout out to Gadzooks, though. GVDZ. Look at GVD Zooks.
Zooks.
Just like that. Gadzooks on Instagram. Follow him. Amazing photographer, and like even the photography, man.
Yeah.
He was, literally,
he was in Hawaii, man.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna front. Like he is one of the best photographers I know.
Right. He is.
Which is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But
dope eye, man. Dope vision.
Hopefully, this record will exercise some of that energy, because I think he's gonna get a great response. We're definitely gonna back him up. Mm-hmm. And when it comes out, you guys are gonna love it. But by the way, an amazing rapper.
Yeah.
This dude is amazing rapper. You're going to be blown away by his delivery, the way he raps. Look him up. Follow him. I'm putting you on early, y'all. That's the thing. I'm hooking you up right now.
That's what we do here.
We got some vets coming up, the Cloaks.
Yes.
But Gadzooks, even though he's put a lot of time in there, I don't think you guys fully have appreciated his music yet, and you're about to. So
you're welcome.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, man. So let me talk about this Cloaks interview. So originally this Cloaks interview was done for the Crappy Awesome podcast, which is, if you follow this show, that's another podcast that I do host occasionally, except that we're downsizing that show and putting more energy into Chris Sees the Internet. So we're still going to do like clips of Crappy Awesome, short interviews, on location stuff. But the long form interviews that we would do, which were sometimes 2 to 3 hours sometimes,
right.
We'd really sit down. I've done that for 7, 8, 9 years now.
I think we're in the 12.
Okay, maybe 12, I know.
Maybe double.
You might. Okay. Okay. I've done it a long time.
Yes.
And I want to switch it up, man. And I also like having the guest here, catching them live is really dope. But I also have some really dope interviews waiting to be released. So instead of putting them out on Crappy Awesome, thought I'd share them with you. We sat down with the Cloaks for an amazing interview.
A great interview.
We talked to gelroc. Shout out to gelroc again. Joined us on stage this past Friday. in Santa Ana, and awolone was in the house as well. And both of them are two of my favorite artists, two of a lot of people's favorite artists.
Right.
As the Cloaks, as individual artists, gelroc and awolone
they got their faces on NFTs.
Yeah, they are an NFT.
Mm-hmm. Well deserved.
Yeah, and they're multi-talented as well. But what I wanted to talk to them mostly about was the fact that they've been friends for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And that they are one of those rare success stories, and I say that in hip hop because friendships come and go in hip hop a lot. I've seen people fall in and out of love with each other. So finding a group that works that's a very rare thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like finding a group that works and being able to stay together and make amazing art is a rare thing. And the Cloaks are a group like
example.
that. Yeah. And I wanted to talk to them about that. So we're going to drop you into this conversation already begun. And you guys are I think you guys are really going to like it, man.
Enjoy it, please.
But this is our interview with the Cloaks. So these two guys, they don't sound the same. They make different types of art sometimes. They have their own lanes, but it doesn't really fuck with their relationship at all. Like so they must really be friends. Like this the only way we get magic like the Cloaks is that they better be really friends, or it doesn't even work, right? It doesn't work on any level.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's, like Gail said, it's something you can't make up. Like, it's not fabricated, and people see authentic shit. They get it. People also see through fast and they see through fake. So that's the other thing too. Like real longevity, it can only be tested by time. It's you see. I don't know. I hate to bring up the internet, but you'll see like an old school rapper post that he's hanging out with another cat that he's been hanging out with for 25, 35 years. And you're like, holy shit, man. Like, that is great. And those are the photos that I really like seeing, and and it just, like you said, it shows that they're real people. And that they're living what they're talking about.
Or the opposite end of the spectrum is forced, collaborations, right? Like groups that are forged through, wanting to form some kind of fan base and create something. And even though it might look cool on the surface, you can kind of see that it was put together, maybe not as organically, as authentically as it could have been. And it's not a knock at that, because sometimes that's how you find the right chemistry. I'm sure that probably, groups like Run the Jewels didn't have the foresight to know that they would become who they've become.
Right.
But in other instances, I see other groups and I'm like, you could tell that it's a play, that they're trying to create a lane, and it's like, it's too contrived. It's like they've got about a record in them. There's not going to be a second record,
Yeah.
Or maybe they make a classic and it's a struggle, 15 years go by and they make a second record, and it's like, it just doesn't have the same sort of, energy behind it and authenticity. So I think that's the polar opposite of some of what I've observed. But again, I'm not mad at that either, because, you gotta try your hand at whatever you're doing. So, I respect everybody's, move.
And I think it's like you said, like there are bands that I know that have been put together and they've turned out great music, but I think it's the rarity of it being genuine, because we mostly hear about the stories of the things that fall apart, right? Like that's mostly what we hear about. And it's a big salute to you guys, dude, because I know that has a lot to do, that has way more to do with you as individuals and your guys' own standards for yourselves than it has to do with, even art. So much respect to you guys on that level, for sure. Eddie, you had a question for them?
Yes. What happens to you guys when you guys don't see eye to eye? What does that look like?
I mean, it's compromise, because I mean, obviously we're painting two separate pictures and we're putting them together to create one picture. And then there's also another couple painters involved. So we're all splashing at the same canvas to where we have to, all of us, agree on this audio canvas at the end. So it's like every once in a while, like somebody might make a splash and you're just like, okay. But then you just wait till it's finished before you make that assessment, because a lot of times there's things that I might not have liked, or I might have been like obsessed with the first mix of it, or like the rough version or whatever. And then I'll wait. And then after everybody touches it and splashes on it, 90% of the time I'm like, oh, it's cool. I like it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I would just say, and I would just add that I can't think of like, nothing comes to mind when you say that about like having a difference of like, you know, any sort of like, I don't think we've ever had a conflict. And I think that's part of the not taking things too seriously. And I would say that, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but like, I feel like one of my attributes, not just for how we work together, but in general, is my ability to sort of just communicate in a manner that either says, you know, let's just chill until we see the big picture or whatever and make a decision then, you know, like and I know Tony well enough too. So like, you know, I feel like, and I know Awkward, who's our producer, and I know our DJs. So I kind of know those elements and how they're going to work together. You know, for the most part, it's not like it's all foreign, you know?
Right. I agree 100%. Gel is definitely the communicator throughout all of this. And he sees a structure, he starts building the structure, and he knows how to take pieces from all of us and let us, you know, kind of, you know, we all flow, but it eventually has to become some sort of order, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Tony's like, you know, he's doing a million things. I'm doing a million things, but I like I'm a simple like, you know, I never referred to myself as like, you know, my vision. I'll just say the vision that I have for projects, for walls, whatever it is that I'm building on, even if it's in business. I try to take a simplistic view of things. I try to make order from the chaos. I try to put the puzzle pieces together, because otherwise it's basically a puzzle for me every time. What's crazy is I can't stand real puzzles, but when it comes to like a vision of things, I have to make sense of it in order for it to like be worthy of my time. And that becomes like the solution. Like for me, it's like I get fixated on it, you know. I'll just be like, and so anyway, sometimes, but there's a lot of magic that comes with it too, but it's kind of knowing how to organize all those different elements.
I notice when you guys make stuff separately, right? You guys can go on, I'm sure it happens because there's so much room between your guys' projects sometimes. When you guys are taking those times to pursue your own like artistic endeavors, is there a consistent conversation? Is that something that happens normal, or is it like you'll see each other when it gets closer to making the record, or do you guys have to completely unplug? How do you guys treat that?
We're always, for years and years and years and years, we're always, you know, talking, sending each other jokes, hanging out in the same places. So we're always, you know, like consistently hanging out with each other. So we're always kind of like chipping away at something. And then eventually we're kind of like, damn, we got this much. And then it starts turning into something. But yeah, I mean, we're always kind of like chipping away at it. You know, we'll get a new beat, or we'll send each other an idea for a hook, or, you know, a concept, or, you know, so yeah, it's always kind of like just a constant thing. I don't think we're ever not working on something, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever felt any lapse in creation with Tony. Other than like maybe we finished the record quickly, and now we're waiting on post-production. Like there's been like, but even then we're still communicating, we're still plotting the next move, we're still talking about videos, we're still building on it, right? Like, cause like, you know, even now, you know, our record's been done for a while now, and we're just kind of plotting the whole campaign and all of that. And all of that requires a lot of energy. And even this interview is part of that.
Right.
You know, right. So we're always building on something. I feel like I don't ever feel like there's been, you know, like time off, if you will. Not yet anyways. So
do you guys, let me ask you guys this, because, and for sure, tell me if you don't want to answer this, but what do you guys like individually, like when you guys think about the other person in your group, are there times where you're like, I wish this for him, like I wish he had this thing, because then people could see this or whatever. Like, is there a part that you wish the other person would show that we don't get to see, or a talent that they have that we don't get to see? Is it something that you really want?
My lizard tail. I wish gelroc could show that it's actually a dragon.
Yeah, they don't understand the spirit animal aspect of what we do.
They can only see that we're both Pegasus.
I told them when you went off camera that you were standing sideways on the wall when the camera was off.
And right now I'm actually sideways.
Yeah.
I will answer by saying I don't think about that, because I very much am a fan of Tony as well. Yeah. And I feel like he's always doing something so, you know, new and very AWOL1 that I'm still like fucking fanning out, like what's next? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The answer is no. I don't think there's anything that I prefer him show, because he's just doing Tony, and I appreciate that. And like, you know, maybe other people feel that way, but I don't. You know, I think one of the other things that kind of is a common thread, or at least, you know, something that works for my relationship with Tony, which goes back to the very first question, is like my love for Tony is unconditional. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I don't have expectations of Tony, and he just does what he does, and it's always dope. So it's like I don't think about it in terms of like, oh, I wish he would do this or that, the other. It's just like he just does shit that is dope. So, you know, it is what it is.
That's dope.
Word up. I mean, same here. Like, I'll think about, there's nobody I'd rather be in a rap group with than Gel, and for multiple reasons. And, you know, I mean, we were rapping for decades together before we were the Cloaks. So it was natural. It was a natural progression. And, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, he brings an element to it that I don't bring. So I appreciate what he's bringing to the table. So, you know, I mean, he definitely brings more of that gangster element to the Cloaks, and you know, it works both ways. I mean, just the fact that we've grown up together, so we have similar point of views as well. You know, you know, I mean, two people can walk down the same street, and at the end of the street, they'll both describe the street this two different ways, but they walk down the same street. You know?
That's how we walk through beats.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
hey,
so
cheers.
Go ahead, Gil. Go ahead, Gil. Were you going to say something?
I'm just going to say cheers. You know, it's a question that kind of, you know, it's a dope question, because we don't think about shit like this.
Cool. Yeah, man. I think about it because I guess I'm just fucked up. I think about this shit all the fucking time. Like, but because this is the thing, this is what I love about the Cloaks specifically, right? Is it's not, and you guys do this in your other stuff, but like I said, I'm just such a fan of the universe you guys have created together. You know what I mean? Because it is that. It's when you meet Cloaks fans, they have reference points throughout your music that mean things to them, right? I got to see you guys rock recently. AWOL, you were rocking a show, and you brought Gail out, and you can see the audience, like they're already all in on it. You know what I mean? Like they're in on it. It's like you guys said, like join the Cloaks. Like they've joined the Cloaks. And that part is always super interesting to me because I always wonder if when you start out, did you guys think like, hey, we need to create this universe around us that we can come in and out of, right? Because it is a thing you do with the Cloaks. You guys come in and out of it, and there's elements of it in your own personal careers. But did you guys think that at the beginning, like, yo, this is what we're gonna set out to do, like make a universe?
I don't know I don't think it was a conversation piece. I think it was more of a like an unconscious, idea, a subconscious idea, maybe. I think more like just the fact that, when Tony said it was a natural progression and how we evolved into this group, I think we were just as excited as we anticipated our fans would be. Like that to me was like, you know what I mean? It was like,
yeah.
Oh man, when we do this, because there was I remember we were talking about, dude, when we do this record, we got to get this record. It's going to be so fucking dope. And when we do this, so you know what I'm saying? It was more of the excitement to kind of just say, we've been building for too long. And when we put this together, we know individually what we do. And it's just going to make the Cloaks that much more. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be something that will resonate. But it wasn't something spoken of. It was more just like, I think a genuine like excitement to do music and make a group that we felt like would do well,
Right. Yeah, and definitely the most natural progression of two beer drinkers is to create a beer along with our new album. So
that's right.
We're coinciding, and we're with Hip Hop Craft and Beer Tape. We're doing a Friday Night Flavors Cloaks beer that's dropping along with the record.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get like a writer's block, and if you do, like what do you know what caused it if you get it, or if you don't get it, like why don't you think
Yeah, what causes you to get like creatively stuck when you guys are in your journeys?
For me, it's like when I'm not doing new shit or like just living life, experiencing things, it's kind of when I get stuck, and then I don't force it. I might go like a month without writing anything, and then all of a sudden I fill up half of a notebook in like a week. Wow. So I don't really force shit anymore. Every once in a while, I'll write a hook down on my phone or something, if you're driving or you're walking, and, like a line comes to you. But yeah, I guess that's the thing, is like not forcing it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of recognize things with the ebbs and flows too. I try not to force. The only time I put myself in a position to force things sometimes, like if it's a feature and it's for a homie on a timeline, they got a deadline or something, I'll muster up the energy to do what I got to do and break through. And sometimes I put that pressure on myself. I wouldn't call it writer's block. I would just call it like, I put myself up for the challenge. Sometimes I feel like, maybe I'm not in a mood to write, but sometimes I will intentionally give myself deadlines to just force myself to sit down and write, because sometimes it's just a matter of focus. Yeah. Sometimes it's a matter of focus for me, right? Like sometimes maybe I'm overwhelmed by life, you know what I'm saying? And so then that translates into me like not wanting to write or whatever, but it's not like I can't write, you know what I mean? Like, I think the only time I've really had writer's block was probably early on, and in writing songs and shit like that when I was trying to figure out all my song structure and all that type of shit. But I used, you know, I just became more disciplined in saying, you know, fuck that. I'm going to push through all whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't really succumb to writer's block anymore.
What about this, man?
I've written verses about writer's block, like breaking through writer's block. Like I'm more inspired to break through that. Because I realized that I'm the only person holding myself back, no matter what it is. So it's not just about writing. It's more of a self-discipline for me about not holding myself back for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's important that I know it's important for like the listeners to hear stuff like that, because there's a lot of you can guess there's a lot of young artists that listen to the show, and that's a lot of our fan base are people who are at least artistic. We've gotten a chance to meet a lot of them, you know what I mean? And they're artistic, and a lot of them question these kind of things, like, do people who are as prolific as you guys go through these same things that, you know, like an average Joe who's trying to create something goes through? And when they hear you confirm that and know that, yeah, that does happen. However, the professional side of me needs to push through that if I'm going to continue to do this and feed myself.
Right.
Right. If it was just all leisure, then probably, you know, maybe it would be an issue, you know what I mean? But like for me, it's like I try to treat my craft with a level of respect and professionalism that it deserves, and that to me is a test for myself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just approach it the same way as anything, right? Like nobody wants to fucking pay bills all the time. Nobody wants to fucking do the shit that you need to do. You know what I mean? Even if it's get my ass out of bed and go to the gym, I still got to do that. You know what I mean? For my own sanity. So a lot of the things that I do is self-preservation in different forms. And so, that's just how I approach it, man.
I love that, man.
And you know, it's like, that's why having a lot of different interests help too. You know, if you're not in interests that are skills that are actually like lucrative skills, you know, if I'm not making music or doing production, I might be doing graphics for somebody, or I might be printing, and all three of those things I feel, you know, give me a creative outlet. And you know, of course we have to push through shit sometimes. We're humans, you know, we're not, you know, we don't feel the same every day. So yeah, you know, obviously, you know, you sometimes you push through it, and most of the time when you do, you're glad you did, you know?
Yeah.
I think it comes through. I think in a lot of ways, this comes through in some of the music too, because even as we're answering the questions, I'm thinking about verses from the Cloaks. I'm thinking about songs that are popping up in my head, like shit that I would think, like I'm thinking of an answer to the question, and it's shit that I said in a Cloaks verse or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is. I happen to know. Guys, here's something. This is because I'm going to ask you guys this question. This is a selfish question because I have this great opportunity. You guys are both here. Why not do this? I've only recently gotten comfortable with people telling me, like, my voice is, oh, I like it because it's weird, or like, I like your cadence is weird, or whatever. But for me growing up, that was the kind of stuff I think I just naturally gravitated to, right? But when it was said about me, I have to be honest, I was originally, like, I felt a way about it, right? I was like, what? Because I thought I sounded like fucking Rakim or somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to sound like these other people, and now obviously now I'm so in it, and I love that part of it. In fact, it's the part of the art that I like the most, the out of the box stuff. Was it easy for you guys to deal with sounding the way you guys sound? Because you guys sound very original. You guys both have original voices, original cadences, original things, and those things have now become things that people cheer for and root for. But was it always like that? Did you guys always go like, oh yeah, like everyone's gonna like how I sound?
Of course I've heard it all. You know, I've heard how fucking shitty I should never have ever even thought of grabbing the mic. Up until people are like, "You're the Messiah," and everything in between. So, and half the time when I record myself, I don't like my own voice.
Yes.
So lately, I've been trying to record, letting other people record me. But I guess I got used to it, and then eventually I appreciated it because I was like, well, nobody could copy me, whether they think it's shitty or not. They can't fucking copy, or at least they might not like it, but they know it's me right away. So I guess, you know, I hold on to that, you know. I dig that part of it.
I remember like over 20 years ago in Tony's studio, in AWOL studio, you remember you had that clipping, somebody did a review of a record and it was like comparing you to, I said some kind of reference. It was talking shit, but it was like mentioning ODB or something. Like they were trying to give you some kind of, it was, but you posted it up though. To me, it was like, it was a diss, but it was a compliment. You still had it posted. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's dope.
Every diss is a compliment, you know?
Yeah. And it was a long time ago.
If a battle rapper figures out that every diss towards him is a compliment, then he would win every battle.
Right. Yeah.
Word.
Just like, thank you. Oh, thank you.
I think for me, I kind of got over all of that before I started rapping, like officially recording my raps, because I remember when I was young, I did all of like during like, you know, when Yo MTV Raps first came out and all that shit, I was young as hell then, and I was writing my first name, last initial raps. You know, my name is Chris B and I'm on the mic and all that type of shit. And I would be recording myself, and I would play it back, and I would hate my voice. I was embarrassed of my voice. I cringed, and so I was like, I'm never gonna, you know, be a rapper or whatever, you know. And then early on, I would, you know, be freestyling with homies and not be thinking about recording. And then other people would be like, dude, you got a dope ass voice. And I don't know if I told this story to you guys, but, you know, that's kind of how I got started. One of my old school homies, Clue from DCV, Def Crown Villains, who's an OG graffiti writer, brought me to DJ Drez's house. And this before DJ Drez was really Drez. He wrote Boyk from DCV, and he was like, yo, you got to hear Gel freestyle. This fool got a dope voice. You got to record him. You guys got to like build. And this was a long ass time ago. And so after that, you know, and then that's how I got to AWOL. Like another homie was like, dude, you got fucking raps. You need to come to AWOL's pad and record. And then that's the noise tape. That was the first time I recorded with AWOL.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was prompted by people giving me the push. You know what I'm saying? So like by the time I was already recording, like official recording, I was over it. I was over like hating my voice and shit, and I was accepting of my voice by that time.
So there's hope. What you're saying is there's hope. One day I'll be like, oh, I like my voice.
Yeah. Nah, man, you're good, man. You got a good voice. You got a real distinct voice too, man. And everybody has their voice. It's just getting over whatever that shyness, insecurity is, whatever it is, right? I mean, everybody's got a voice. It's just acknowledging it and getting behind it, really.
And you know what helps is severe allergies, years of whiskey and blunt wrap abuse. You know,
true that.
Mother and father that would chain smoke while they drive you to school, and then like first period, they're like, damn, you smell like a fucking ashtray. And then you go home and you're like, Mom and Dad, I wish the curtains weren't yellow. And then they're just like, oh, damn, stop smoking. You know.
Always calling in as your parent and shit, calling in, my son's sick. He's going to make it to school.
Yeah. Hello, I'm a coal miner. I just found Eureka. I just found some gold.
Dude, I mean, the thing is, it's the reason I was just like, yo, I have to ask them, because what you guys have done is at least to me, and because I know I share like a lot of your music with like friends, and we become mutual fans, and then we build on it or whatever, and I feel like you guys have like definitely like spoken for people who think out of the box. Like it is about everything you guys do is being out of the box, like not conforming to what people think, not conforming to how people want to see you. It just doesn't matter. You guys are just yourselves, and that thing alone has inspired me greatly. Like that alone has inspired me greatly. And I think it's
thank you.
It's really dope to have you guys on here and to be able to know you guys as friends, but also to give you your guys flowers, man. Because trust me, whether you think about it before you do it or you think about it after you've created your art, for sure there are people. I am one of those people who was inspired to go like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, man. Like, look at how dope this shit is that they did. And they're different. They don't look like everybody else. They're not trying to do what everybody else did. And so, dude, much respect to you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I will tell you, that's one of my favorite things about the Cloaks too. You know, like if I tell somebody that, like, yeah, they'll hit me up. Oh, you're a rapper. You're an artist. You do this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I hate acknowledging the rapper thing. You know what I'm saying? And I hate trying to like give context to it. But when it comes to the Cloaks, I don't have to say shit, and I'm pretty excited about it. Like, oh yeah, this is my group, the Cloaks, and I love it because the music speaks for itself in a way that I think you recognize immediately that it doesn't sound like anything else.
No. But
by the sheer force or presence, rather, of who we are and how we do it, it really speaks for itself. And I'm always like, I'm much more proud and excited about that to show people the music. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like it speaks volumes on its own without me having to say some shit. Or like trying to classify myself as a fucking rapper or artist, or trying to define myself like, oh, I'm an MC. I don't rap like everyone else. You like, fuck all that. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, plus too, it's easier to be like, it's much cooler that it's a group.
Yeah.
It's like, listen to me, look at me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Look at these people I collaborated with and we fucking made this thing. Check it out. Like, it's a group effort.
Yeah.
We all made the recipe.
I almost don't even have to say that it's me. I'll just be like, oh yeah, there's some music that I do with the homies, or whatever. But it speaks for itself. So, that's a cool thing.
Dude.
When I give it to people, I'm like, don't listen to it more than 3 times because you'll have diarrhea for 7 years.
That's facts. I haven't been right since the first time I heard the Cloaks. Thank you.
Good. Good. Man.
It's good for constipation.
That's right. It's like fiber. It's like fiber for my soul.
It's hip-hop fiber. But, being original comes with the price. And I would say the only price tag is it's not a fast ride.
Right.
It's a long ride, and it's more of a fulfillment ride. And it's a ride that once, like as you're driving it, like, yeah, but it's not like, it's not some fast shit. It's solid,
Yeah.
And the other thing is doing it how we do it for me anyways. I can't speak for other people. And I mean, whatever. I just think if I feel shielded, I feel immunity from fake shit. You know what I mean? Because it's so who we are and whatever. And like I see people complain on the internet, like other artists, and I'm just like, I don't got that fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't feel that. I don't feel that strife that people build up to put themselves on some sort of pedestal, or they just start, being bitter about shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Or not having enough attention or something. And it's like, well, fucking don't sound like a million rappers then. Don't have a million rapper fucking problems then. You know what I mean? I don't have to deal with that shit. And I'm you know, it just that also comes to the territory and feels good.
Absolutely. Guys, tell me about this project coming, and tell us again about the beer, how that's going to work. I know that's coming soon. So what can people expect from that?
The album is called A Clockwork Orange. This is the third Cloaks installment, produced by Awkward. The cuts are by Sir Beans, D Styles, and Roach the DJ. It features a lot of dope artists, and I think we'll just put it out now. It features AC Alone on a song that we're really excited to have him on. It's a dope cut that we think is going to be a future classic. We've got Alpha on a song with Alpha is Mestizo and Dose. It has Meg Abusive on it. Kazar from Project Glode. Who else do we have on there? We have
Brevi.
Brevi
wow,
is on
no.
there. So if you're familiar with Brevi,
I love Brevi.
She's there. She's really
Pause
dope. One and Demrick. Yeah. Who else are we forgetting? Anybody?
Your dog in the back.
Everybody. Yeah, my dog.
I think your dog probably is.
He probably has some ad libs.
Absolutely.
And then the beer is coming out as well, right?
Right. So we have a song that we did specifically. So the beer is a collaboration with Beer Tape and Hip Hop Craft. And they did a beer for the Visionaries and the Horsemen and a slew of other artists. They tapped us to do something, and we're excited and proud to be doing this beer collaboration with them. We have a single called Friday Night Flavors. We did the song already for it, and we're going to be shooting a video. When you get the beer, so it'll be called Friday Night Flavors, and it'll have artwork that is consistent with the album artwork. You get the beer, you scan the QR code, and it takes you to, actually it's going to be like a maxi single. It's going to have the Friday Night Flavors cut. It's going to have a B-side song with Demrick and Pause that are both on it, and they kill it. It's going to have an a cappella version so people could do remixes. It's going to have the instrumental version so fools could bust raps. You know, and so we're excited about that. That's going to be dropping really soon. Probably, I think, maybe early October. The full-length album will drop shortly thereafter. And yeah, we're hyped, man. We're really proud of this record. And so, you know, everybody stay tuned, stay close. Join the Cloaks on our Instagram. Follow AWOL, follow myself. And it's going to be dope, man. We're gonna do a bunch of videos, and we're happy to be here with Crappy Awesome Podcast, because this is all part of it. By the time I'm sure this gets played for people, you know, we'll be a little bit further along, and you know, everyone will participate and join with us.
Dude, man, thank you guys so much, man, for doing this.
Thank you, guys.
Again, we're big fans. You guys always have a home here. Please come back when there's more stuff to talk about, more stuff to promote, or you guys just feel angsty and you guys just need hugs or whatever. You guys can always come back for that as well. And by the way, how dope is it that I fucking own an NFT card of both y'all?
Yeah, me too.
How dope is that?
Yeah, big ups to Secret Saviors.
Yes, sir.
Underground hip hop.
Yes, that's right.
.com.
And it'll be up on the screen, guys. Well, make sure you guys check those out. Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop NFTs right now, man. Get the cloaks. They're there. They already exist in the digital space. How fucking crazy is that? So awesome, man. We'll see, guys.
Hey, we gotta get you on the next series, man. We gotta get you on there.
Oh man, it would be an honor. I said I will at least settle for an Eddie Staff card.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of you guys already.
Is a secret savior of underground hip hop already off top because of the amount of contribution that you've brought to the community. That is a savior. That and you know and maybe shouldn't be such a secret.
Wow, thank you, man.
I mean that is what the Secret Saviors is all about, man. It's all about the people saving hip hop, the real cats. It's not, you know, it's not about platinum records. It's about saving hip hop. And to some people, we're all secrets, you know.
To others, we're saviors.
People tend to keep secrets to themselves. So, you know, people want to hold it and hoard it, and that's fine. It's cool. It's secret.
I love it, man. Well, we love you guys. Guys, make sure you follow everything The Cloaks. I mean, get the beer, man. Get the beer and then drink it with your homies and listen to The Cloaks. And then it's circle complete, the cipher complete. Trust me, it'll be a great experience. We'll see you guys next time, guys.
All right, well, no, thank you very much. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And there you have it.
What a great interview, man.
The Cloaks, man.
Yeah, dude. Those guys are so awesome.
I mean, how can you not love The Cloaks? Yeah. Let's be honest. awolone, gelroc. What did you guys think? Let us know. You know, hit us in the comments. Hit us in the DMs. We got a lot more lined up. Like I said, I'm sitting on a plethora of crappy awesome interviews that I'm waiting to get out to the world. Got Satire. I had an amazing conversation with Satire, and we talked about psychedelics and how he creates with psychedelics, and then his journey along the path. So if you know anything about Satire, amazing. If not, look him up.
Right.
You will become a fan. Trust me. His last album was amazing. He's coming up. I have an unreleased Reverie interview where she delves into some deep topics, and we talked about some stuff we'd never talked about before. What else we got? We got the B-side show.
Yes,
they're coming up too. The homies from the B-side show. So, man, we got some stuff. We got some stuff on deck. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. Once again, shout out to Santa Ana. Shout out to everybody who came out to the Tumex birthday party. Amazing night.
Great time, man.
A lot of love in the air, man. And by the way, guys, not that I didn't see it, but was there any like a little bit of violence or anything?
No.
It was all love.
Yes.
People hugging each other and shit. Man, that was dope.
Yeah, there was a guy. I mean, I think you know his name. He was just banging on the stage, and then he was punching it, but he was having a blast.
Oh yeah,
he was having a blast.
Yeah. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people tucked in corners and stuff. Like there's some stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely some debauchery in the air.
Yes, got a little smoky at times, but it was great.
But yeah, it was cool. I mean, that's how it is when you're hanging around with all of us, y'all. If you ever see any of us, any of the family, any of the secret saviors of underground hip hop,
you're in for a good time.
You're in for a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Go see those people. Shout out to The Cloaks. Shout out to Gadzooks. Follow Gadzooks. Follow The Cloaks. Follow Secret Saviors of underground hip hop.
I'll do a roll call. Who's out there? On the chat?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, are you going to do that? Yeah, you can do that.
Sure. All right. We got Long Hair 5150, Rex 760.
All right.
Cowpish Dave.
Nice.
7 Octobers.
Nice.
Gene Flow. And then we got these John Ray.
Oh, shout out John Ray.
Yeah.
He has become an offensive
enjoying the convo, man. Thank you, John. And
shout out
to all of them, man.
Yeah. If you guys catch this on the recorded version, we have a chat room during the recording of this, and we occasionally hop in there. So you can always watch this live. If not, thank you for catching it recorded.
Thank you.
And man,
I would like to see their faces as they finish, these interviews, hearing them, and it's like I just feel like they would have an enjoyment, like a happy.
Who, the audience?
The audience. Yes.
Oh man, look at you, all cocky.
Yeah.
I think you guys, you guys liked the interview as well. If you're an artist, if you're a creative person, what we're trying to do is put people in front of you guys to, I think more than anything, hopefully validate your own feelings, validate the fact that you're not alone. in the creative process. If you're creative at all, if you're making something, you're helping make something and you're putting it out to the world, then you're creative. And I think you can get a lot out of examining the minds of other creatives, especially creatives that are working at a high capacity, like the Cloaks, like Gadzooks. Dude does part-time photography, and he's in Hawaii right now doing photography. So there's levels to this.
Yes.
And getting some insight from people at those various levels helps, especially if you're just starting out. So please let us know the people you want us to talk to. I mean, I'm talking to on deck. We got some painters coming up, some authors, a psychologist or two. So we're going to go all over the place.
A lot of great surprises.
But what we're doing is examining the creative mind, and we're using the internet to reach out and bring these people to you. So we'll see you guys next time. Again, every Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on Platform Collection. Make sure you give this a comment. Look, even if you're in the chat room, give us a comment. Please. Because it helps. Just go, yo, tight, or whatever, Woo, woo, or,
Woo, woo, okay.
You could do any of those.
That one works.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or sup, y'all, or, whatever you want to do. Just throw it in the comment, and make sure you like, subscribe. And the best thing you can do is share. If you're trying to give us that extra love, just share this thing. But if you want to give us the bare minimum, which we'll take as well, because we're independent artists out here on the struggle.
We love it all.
Just follow the people that we have on the show and let them know that we sent you. The Cloaks, Gadzooks, and future guests and past guests. Check it out, man. Check out past episodes. We had some really cool interviews. People like Noah James, 60 East, Cookbook. A lot of people, right?
Yes, the journey has been beautiful, and it'll continue. Man. We're the internet to tell them.
We're what? We're the internet to tell them.
Yeah, man. We're just going to tell them.
Okay. Yeah, we are using the internet to tell them.
Yeah, man.
So we'll see you guys next time. Platform Collection. Follow at Platform Collection. Follow me at KILLcRey on Instagram. Follow at OG Hip Hop Eddie on Instagram. DM us. Let us know what you want to see.
Do you want to show them the shirts real quick before?
Oh, yeah. Let me see that.
They're right under there, right there with you.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, guys. Check this out. And this is why if you're watching this on the video version, you're winning today.
Yeah, I was just so lucky, man. You're just so lucky.
First of all, check these out. Check these. We got these invisible poncho shirts in.
You got to get yours.
So if you want invisible poncho shirt, follow us on Instagram. We're going to be putting up the link. Because I got what right now, these ones, I got what I got.
Yes.
I got what I got. So, and we got them till we sell them out. And then I don't know if we're running those ones again. But, and then we also got these.
Wow.
What does it say, Eddie?
I take hip hop personal.
Right. So the Platform Collection flagship shirt, I have them on deck. Usually you can get them from the mail order, but I actually have them on deck. So let me know. And we'll send them out to you. Because it's rare that we get these. Shout out to Smiley Face Printing.
Awesome job. They did an awesome job.
Go to Smiley Face Printing if for all your printing needs. Go do that. Shout out to Noah James, Lisa J. But yeah, get you some merch. Get you some merch, y'all. And we'll see you guys next Sunday, man. That was the internet. And we see it.